Okay, so today we're going to do a loose wreath design. So for that you need a loose wreath, a wreath ring in Oasis, a variety of different foliages. I've got 6 roses, some spray cards and some Sweet Williams. Okay, so it's important that when you're greening your wreath that you make sure you've got a nice clean stem and you angle it around the edge. Okay, so go all the way around the edge. Ideally, cupressus would be the best for this, if you've got any, or leather leaf, something that's nice and flat, but under the circumstances I've had to have what I can get from my garden. Okay, so go all the way around in the same direction, keeping it at the same length, and then you're bringing it onto the top as well, so you're covering all your oasis. So nice clean stem and all the way around. Okay, and in the centre you want to bring it into the centre, but you keep it quite flat so you keep that inner circle. If you don't keep the inner circle it will turn into a posy pad, which is what we don't want. And obviously you're keeping the direction going the same way as your foliage on the outside. All the way around on the top. And your shorter bits in the centre. Nearly there. So once you've got it all based in one type of foliage, which as I say, cupress or leather leaf is the best one to do, because it's nice and flat and it's got a nice evenly flat surface. You can add then another texture, so you could use something like soft ruscus or hard ruscus or eucalyptus, just to bring in, to add a little bit more interest. This one's going to be quite gardeny. As I say, it's just due to the materials that I've been able to get under the circumstances. Okay, so again, keeping it all going in the one same direction as the first lot of foliage, bits around the side and some on the top. So this is a loose wreath. It can be used for a funeral tribute, but it also can be used as a table centrepiece for a wedding, where they put the hurricane vase with the candle in, or the vase with another arrangement on the top. So it doesn't have to be used for funerals, it can be used for nice occasions as well. So your roses, you need to put around that sort of height, so they just sit, okay, into your ring. You want 3 around the top, evenly spaced. Alright, we're going 3s because if we had 4, so I'll put that one there, you can see that 4 goes into a square. So if you're looking down on it, although it's a round circle, you'll see those 4 as a square. So you keep it to your 3, and then your other 3 go in between around the edge. So 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, one down, one up, and one down. So you've got evenly spaced all around the edge and on the top. We put them around the edge obviously because if you do want to sit on a funeral coffin, it needs to be seen from the sides as well as from above. Okay, so the sides are as important as the top of it. Okay, so spray carnations next, and with your spray carnations, the open ones can go around the edge and your budded ones come into the centre. Okay, as you can see, I've still got that circle in the middle. Okay, which is very important, especially if you're doing one that's quite small like this. Okay, you can put your buds in for your textures. Bring it going all the way around the edge. Obviously, if it is for the funeral, you get those a few days beforehand so they'll be more open, because you want them open for the funeral rather than in tight bud. Okay, so some around the edge, and then obviously your buds can just come into the middle just to bring that colour in. Right, and we're getting that sort of dome effect. It's not flat, we're getting like a dome effect, so your carnation buds come slightly in between your two layers. Okay. If you've got another flower, a smaller flower, you're doing a bigger wreath, you could use your roses as a secondary flower and put something like a gerbera or a different coloured rose in between your three roses that you've got on top. But it all depends on the size of the wreath. Obviously, if you were doing a bigger wreath, then you'd have 3, or you could have 5, or you could have 7. Okay, but this I'll keep it quite small. Right, so now I've got some Sweet William, and I'm just going to fill in the gaps with Sweet Williams. Now Sweet Williams have got these lovely little green buds, which are the flowers that haven't opened yet, and these give lovely textures. And just fill those in, and again the smaller ones onto the inside now, so you're just covering all of your oases. Okay, so around the edge, keeping it the same length as all the others, and then bringing those two together to create that down. It's a bit tall. So in between the roses and the spray car, where you've got a gap, and fill in. Okay. Just check now, see if you've got any gaps, and if you have, you can see any of your oases. Just got something in. Alright, I think that's done. So that is your first loosed wreath. Circular all the way around, and you've got that lovely dome, and you've kept that circle in the centre. Okay.